One More Turn. Episode 708. Parameters.
You're doing it again.
I was not picking my nails.
I never said you were, Carson.
Is that not what I was doing again?
I should hope not. You just said you were not.
At least you don't mind that I crack my knuckles.
I actually quite find it.
You were staring at him again.
How could I do that when I'm facing forward in front seat and he's in the back?
You were using the driver's rearview mirror to do it. You're not even driving.
Now that you say that, I find it quite odd given that this is Carson's.
I think that the real it here, Bella, is this my car and I can use a mirror if I want.
After I finally got you to tell me about that incident with you behind the wheel and Hudson in the passenger seat.
Only after you threatened to ask Caleb to tell you, who only found out about it after Hudson lab. At least you didn't say you'd go so far that you'd ask him.
Okay, first, I don't make threats. I make promises. Second, going to Hudson would have been plan C if Caleb wouldn't have told me either.
You always did seem to have a lot of plans in place if your first didn't work out. How else did Caleb, even Carson here, manage to get his heart broken by you so many times? I still find it quite surprising that you two are...
How would he even know about that?
Why are you looking at me when you should be keeping your eyes on the road?
Anybody with access to your Facebook page knows that.
Since I learned what happened the last time you drove Hudson, I told you I don't feel right with you driving when I'm in the car. You keep staring at Jacob back there. Quit it.
As I already reminded you, this is still my car and I can use any mirror in it I like. Fine. I may have been staring, but I find his face familiar somehow. His name too. But I know I've never met him before. How can that be? I just can't put my finger on it.
But you do keep placing your fingers on each other to crack.
Why is he even in the back seat?
His ticket here was only one way, remember? Let's just abandon him at the airport.
You don't need me to drive my car, so why am I here?
Like he said, One More Turn Solutions needs help, and he and Hudson can't do it alone.
I appreciate the lift, but I could have just taken a reboot back there. Heck, the driver that dropped me off was still sitting in front of your place when we left.
You know, that brings up a more important question. Why are you here, Bella? Why didn't I just drive Jacob back to the airport myself?
Bella's not the only one who learned of that driving incident, to put it mildly. From Caleb, I would have walked back, possibly all the way back home itself, even if it meant you were going to be behind this wheel. I was quite relieved.
If you must know, my mother is running against Pedro and now Avery for mayor of the town, and she asked me to be her campaign manager. I said yes.
I think Carson is staring at you, Bella, like he was staring at...
Yes, okay, you must know, seeing as you're heading back to town with me.
When I got in this vehicle, I only thought we were driving Jacob back to the airport.
And you're her husband.
And I'm your husband. Her husband. I need to know that you're getting ready to buy him a ticket on the flight with him. We're already out the money to fly Jacob out here. Now we're going to be out money to fly you back there.
Must be the royal we when it comes to money because you're our sole source of it.
This again? I told you I didn't resent that you're still looking for work.
I heard you, and I believe you, but I resent it. Mom even offered me a salary to help.
Sounds like charity.
Looks like we're here. Carson, I hope I'll see you inside. Bella? Whatever.
Call it whatever you want. It's income. It will look good on our adoption application.
We're only looking to get a cat, not a child. Like the mayor, but singular.
We're starting to build our family somewhere. Here, now that we're established.
Established? Arguably I am, but I don't think you are from the sounds of it.
It's not exactly encouraging when I can't even get an interview for...
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your going back to town on a whim.
Whim? There's no whim here. The Doe contract.
Is in the past for me. For us. Do you remember what I told you I said to Caleb in my message about leaving that place?
Yes, I suppose you're referring specifically to wanting more dull moments.
Damned right. There are still anything but dull moments back at home. Lots here.
And I told you my moving out here with you had nothing to do with wanting more dull moments. It had everything to do with you.
That includes my dull moments.
That was single you. You are now married you. We need moments other than dull.
I know that. Why do you think I agreed to getting a cat?
You know I don't want to deal with you when you're like this.
First, I have an it you don't like. Now, a this? Oh, great. How encouraging.
What we're talking about right now, the this, is not in the same league as the it.
That day, your mother walked out on you. Her role, your life. Have you considered that history may very well repeat itself? Her walking out again, whether she wins the election or not, hurting you once, shame on her, hurting you twice?
Let me remind you of some more recent history. When I told Caleb that I was directing my narrative of her on my terms, I meant that then. I mean that now. I'm willing to give her a second chance to be a part of my life if she is willing to take it.
Why would you put yourself in that position?
I am certain others have asked the same of you. And heck, even Caleb after he shot that video of you behaving.
The recent and not so recent history lessons are enough for one day. No need for another that fell in between them. A chance at redemption, I'm all for, but trying to help her win political office seems like a lottery ticket with the odds she should never have been able to buy.
Even knowing my mother likes you, possibly even more than me, I'm not expecting you to be a part of her campaign too. You don't even have to talk to her, to anyone about it, not even me. But you must also realize I'm helping you too, given her position on the Doe contract which, whether you like it or not, ties you to this town and its people.
I won't be able to stay in town if my employer doesn't grant me leave from my job.
You can do your job remotely from here. I know it. They know it. You know it.
Sure, but you can campaign remotely just as easy as I can work from it.
You had said you wanted some dull moments in your life. You've had a lot of them, and you've already agreed to get a cat. With me. That's not dull. This is another.
One More Turn. Written and created by Daniel Dan Q. Quick. Edited by Dark Cloud. Directed and produced by Daniel Dan Q. Quick. Characters in order of appearance. Bella, voiced by Annalie Cardamandua Barney. Carson, voiced by Scott Alfashard Dirk. Jacob, voiced by Jordan Lund. Sounds courtesy of freesound.org. Music by Kevin MacLeod. Voiceover by Sedgwick. Visit the One More Turn website at onemoreturn.net. Copyright Civilized Communication at civcom.net. On the next episode of One More Turn.
Where do you think that leaves you?
What does he have to do with any of this?
He took a chance on me, and he did not succeed, and he is a better man than you.
Depends on your definition of better. What's your point?
Oh, isn't that what everyone's supposed to ask of you?